I didn't know y'all couldn't hear me. So,
All right.
yeah, if I'm having issues with the review, then that just means I have to go back through arrays and functions and
Alrighty. Come on, let's
array
get this
methods.
together.
So I'm gonna write that down.
Thank you to KZ for
I'm
the
gonna write that down, and I'm gonna come back to it.
Alrighty. Create an array of numbers and sum all the numbers alert the sum. We could do something like a for loop. We
And
have a problem with a
see,
for
I
loop.
was gonna use a for
I
loop.
want to use the reduce method because you all had to do the reduce.
I haven't used that yet.
Because you all had to learn the reduce method, and I think it gets a lot of folks in trouble when they first see it. So let's go ahead and create an array of numbers. Chat, can you give me some numbers, please?
I don't even know why I was muted on this end.
42,
Anyway,
19, 77, 33.
okay, so I know how to create an array.
33.
That's fine.
Let's see. 57.
Means I know something.
Beautiful. So now we have an array of
He
numbers.
made 5 numbers.
I want to sum all the numbers. And so I'm going to go ahead and create a sum. And I'm going to set it equal to using a reduce method. So I'm going to do nums dot reduce. And the cool thing about reduce is it's a method that's going to run once for every single element in our array. Just like
See, I haven't used reduce before, so this is new.
Reduce
I've heard of it.
Once for each element in our array. And we're going to pass in this arrow function here. And this arrow function is going to run once for each element in the array. But reduce grabs a few specific things. Kind of like how at for each you have to grab the element and the index. Well, every single
No, I'm not.
2 values.
I'm not.
There's technically more than 2, but they're
I'm building my way up to it though.
The first value is called an accumulator, and the second value is whatever the current value is. So I like to say ACC for accumulator and C for the current value. And then what we're going to do is we're going to simply add our current value to the accumulation. So accumulator plus current value. And so what I'm actually saying here is every single time that this runs, I want to add something to an accumulation. And so the very first...
I'm not, but I'll get there.
I want the accumulator to start at a value. And so I want to have control over what my accumulator starts at. So you'll often see something like this, comma 0. And so with the comma 0, it's going to show my accumulation is going to start at 0. And this is going to be helpful. It's going to be helpful for a lot of different things like type error, like weird typing stuff. But for now, let's just say, oh, we're going to start our accumulator at 0. All right. So the very first time that this runs, my accumulation, I'm going to give myself some room here. The very first time that this runs, my accumulation is at 0. And my current value would be what? What would the current value be the very first time this runs?
About 42.
Yeah, the current value would be 42. So my accumulator is 0 and my current value is 42. So
That is a lot.
Is 0 plus 42. That means that my accumulation, like if we could just keep track of it over here, is 42. Then this runs again. And my accumulator this time is 42. And I'm going to add the current value, which is...
Thank you so much,
oh boy, I didn't sign up for this.
Amaray Dev.
Didn't sign up for this. So that would be 19 plus 42, which is 61. So our accumulator is now 61. Beautiful. Bust out the calculators for me. All right, we're at 61. All right, the next time that this runs, the accumulator is 61, and the current value is 77.
I appreciate y'all stopping by.
77 to 61. The accumulator is now 138. It's 138.
138.
Right? Then we do this again. And now the accumulator is 138 plus 33.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So now the accumulator is going to be at 171. Beautiful. Now the next time that this runs, we're at 171, and we're going to add the last current value, which is 57. And so that means that our accumulator ends up being,
It's gonna be lit when I get like good. It's gonna be over with.
228.
I'm excited for that.
228. Our accumulator winds up being 228, which means that sum winds up being 228. So it's as though we cancel out this line and we're at 228. You want to know what's really freaking sad though? Hold on. I'll show you what's really sad. 1 second.
Well, he's out. Yeah, like I'm struggling. I don't know as to why I'm struggling this bad. However, all is well. I'm not disheartened. Anything, it just fires me up to keep going.
Like I've been going through this hardcore. Like I've been doing it. I've been going through it. But there's something called stream brain, and I've asked other folks about this. Stream brain is really true. Like when I'm streaming, I am way less efficient. I promise you. I swear. I am way less efficient than I am like in.
It's me straight.
Sometimes my typing doesn't work right. Like my fingers are hitting.
He's talking about just exactly what I had going on moments ago. Like I'm better than this, and I know I am, but it's something about being in front of this camera, streaming live. It's something. It's something. I guess it's the undeveloped muscle that I currently have. So I gotta go ahead and overcome stream brain. I have stream exhaustion too. I don't know what it is. Like right now I'm coding trash. I can't type for nothing. Like it's horrible. It's horrible. I'm way more efficient, and even I know this. I don't know what it is. But since Leon's talking about it in 100 devs, honestly, it's fair. Facts. I'm trash. When it comes to streaming, I don't know. Anyway, back into it.
Weird keys, like can't do basic math, like. So it's just like when you're on stream, there's like a different thing. I don't know. It's not like, and it's not like stage fright. Like I'm over that by now, right? I'm over that by now. But it's just like some like basic task. Like I wonder if I could like juggle. I'm really good at juggling. I wonder if I could juggle on stream, right?
I can juggle, but I ain't gonna be able to.
I don't know. There's something weird about it.
I ain't gonna be able to do it not streaming though. Oh man.
Is going to run once for each element in the brain. Right?
Okay.
Reduce is gonna run once for each element in the array. And we can do whatever we want with that current element to an accumulator. So let's say instead of adding to an accumulator, we could subtract it from an accumulation, or we could divide it from an accumulation, or we could even multiply
where's my glasses
to an accumulator. And if we knew that we were going to be multiplying to an accumulator, what should we change about this reduce?
After the arrow function.
We should probably start the accumulation at 1, just so that we're not
at 1
by 0 each time.
Into oblivion.
This idea of like starting at 0 or starting at 1 is like not a full truth. It's just helping us avoid some things that are actually really problematic when using reduce. What if we had like 42 in here and we try to do the accumulation? Let's save this real quick. And we didn't console log the sum. Oh, so we have to alert the sum. let's go ahead and alert.
I'm not streaming because I'm perfect. I'm streaming because I'm imperfect.
Let's
So
save this.
it's,
And I'm gonna get
hey
rid
man,
of 0 for
somebody's going to be struggling right
this, and I'm gonna
alongside
run
me.
this in my browser. And you
Just to prove it's normal.
concatenation that was happening, right? And so we had all this concatenation that was happening. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. Yo,
He
Ranger's lit. Hold up.
fresh. It's because I ain't put it. I ain't
You know, I'm not gonna front. Pink
Hey,
Ranger
log
has
in.
the best poses. Every single time, Pink Ranger has the best poses.
see.
All right. So we had like that weird concatenation going on. I'm gonna put back the 0, and I want to show you something. With the 0, let's refresh. It's still doing the concatenation,
Yeah,
right?
see.
So when I say like typing and stuff like that,
He said to alert it.
changing,
I'm gonna alert it now.
right? That's something we have to understand. So it's not like changing types for us. It's just helping us to say what we want the first type to be. Like, do I want it to be like a number? Do I want it to be a string?
And it works.
In this case, we're saying, hey, start the accumulation off as a number and not a string. Which is, if you're doing some code wars, this is going to be something that's going to pop up. So just keep that in your brain, that sometimes you're going to want the accumulator to start off as a number, and you're going to need this comma 0. And if you don't, you're going to run into some tricky issues. All right. How could we fix this so that this would work? What could we do to make this work?
I missed this whole question just now
Cool.
in my head.
Wolfman's been doing some code wars. Yeah,
That's another thing I need to start doing. Code Wars.
we got some code war answers. We got some code war answers in the chat. Hold on, let's see this.
I'm struggling there too.
Oh, we got Code Wars brain right now. I see y'all. So what we've seen in the past is that we've seen this, right? We've seen that we like, hey, give us the number out of the current value. So if it's string 42, we would get number 42, and of course this would work, right? But there's some Code Wars type answers that you're gonna start seeing, where this does the same thing in JavaScript. Just the plus sign will do the same thing, and then you can even like get rid of the 0 by doing like that, which does the conversion on the accumulator and the current value. So it gets wild out here, folks. That's all I'm gonna say. So be careful on these Code War streets. I'm gonna change this back for the poor souls that are running back this code. All right.
I'm not going to be able to finish all of this completely, but this would be a relatively short stream,
Code Wars can get wild.
or at least this instance would be.
All right, so reduce. I know reduce when you first see it is really kind of confusing, but I hope after seeing me like step through it, it makes a little bit more sense. All reduce is doing is setting up a bucket for accumulation, right? It's just setting up a bucket, and then each time it runs, the current value grabs the value out of the array, and you can do whatever you want with that current value in relation to what you're storing in the bucket. The very first time this would run, we have 0 in the bucket. And so we'd grab the current value, which is 42, and we throw it in the bucket. Now the bucket is...
He has a different set of numbers. I didn't follow his set of numbers.
In the bucket, so now it's 42 plus 19. And so that's all you're doing with reduce. And definitely eventually reduce gets more, you can do more complicated things with it, but it reduces down to a singular, in this instance, reduces down into a singular what? What does reduce down into? It's kind of like how you have like a reduction that, and when you're cooking, what did our reduce down into? Yeah, reduce down into a singular number, right? And that number was stored in sum. So in our case, this reduced all the way down to, what was it, 228? And then we alerted that sum, which was 228. So that's all reduce is doing. It's just reducing it down into one thing, right? And then we're alerting that thing. Cool. All right, let's Leon with the cookie terms. Hey, I'll tell you what. So, I was an associate at Harvard for a while. I used to teach a lot at Harvard. I always taught like front end web development and stuff, specifically at the business school.
Hmm.
And Harvard has like some of these like really cool classes. And one of the classes was a cooking class.
I know there's nothing up here showing spectacular right now.
All these like really dope people that are.
I
Like,
don't have permission to show the video, so
world. And so there's
do what
this
you can.
really amazing fermented foods guy that works at Noma that they brought in. I was I would just go like to all these Friday cooking community things, like these Friday cooking classes. So I know all the terms. I got hella terms for cooking stuff that like.
Anyways, this is class 22.
Yeah, it's my Flexosaurus.
If anybody's wondering, 100 devs. It's on YouTube.
All right, we're gonna save these 3 for office hours. So if you want to get a little head start on office hours, there you go. Let's jump back into this slide.
Okay, I'll make this my homework.
Let's talk about how that's like that's how you do a photo. We need a mod photo. Law, if you're here, we need a mod photo. We need like
that's pretty.
That's what poses. That would be amazing. I'm gonna ask y'all to take a photo. We're gonna Photoshop it up.
Some people can 2 times speed
it's the best week ever,
his classes. Man.
Leon Power Rangers cosplay on stream. I'll do it. We got
finally
a goal.
The $1 million question.
Like can we do hold on. We can do this. 1 second. How do I set it up? When we take our next break, I'll set it up. I'll set up a goal, and if we hit a certain number of channel points, I'll come to class in my Power Rangers costume. There we go. For best week ever. I'll see if I can get one in time. Is juggling going to be part of it? Hey, get what you pay for, right? All right. Chat. What are objects? What are objects?
Everything in JavaScript. I do know that much.
Everything. That is true. Objects are everything. Specifically, they're a collection of variables and
functions.
Right?
Okay.
That's all an object is. An object is just a collection of variables and functions. If you use the variable before and you use the function before, you can understand objects. However, when we are tying our variables,
I'm gonna add it to my Anki review.
Our objects, right? We call them slightly different terms. What do we call a variable attached to an object? What do we call
a method.
Yeah. Called a property, exactly. And what do we call a function attached
to property, right. That's a method.
We've already seen this. Like objects, yes, they're a little weird. There's a little bit more syntax we have to learn, some dot notation, some curly braces here and there. But we should already feel comfortable because we've already been using variables and functions in the past. So let's keep pushing. I like to think of a physical object when I first thinking about objects. And so the physical object that I like to think of is a stopwatch. What are some properties of this stopwatch? Don't give me the value. Give me the properties that this stopwatch could have.
The color of black.
Property, a brand, shape, a size, a thickness. Yeah, a minute's property, a second's property. So those are all properties. The values would be like black or round or AccuSplit, but the properties themselves are the actual attributes that make up the stopwatch. Water resistance equals true, exactly. What would be some of the methods tied to this object? What are some of the
start, stop, split, reset. Changing the mode.
Yeah, start, stop,
Oh,
These are all things
yeah.
that the object can do, functions, right? But when we have functions tied to an object, we call them methods. Nice. All right, we talked about properties, we talked about methods, and we've seen this. We've seen this last class, but let's take a peek at it again. When we are creating an object and we just use the curly braces, what type of notation do we call that? We have created an object Hal using what type of notation? Literal notation.
Literal.
And today we're going to see the constructor way of creating an object as well.
Right.
So here we've literally created an object. Then we can also create an object using a constructor, which we'll get to in a little bit later today. Now, once I've created my object, I can use what type of notation to add properties and methods?
Dot notation.
I use to add properties and methods to my object. Yeah, dot notation. So here I have set stopwatch current time equal to 12. So I've added a property of current time to my stopwatch, and I've given it the value of 12. Here I have set the tell time method using dot notation on my stopwatch. So I've given my stopwatch object a tell time method. Now, how do I know that tell time, right? Tell time is a method. How do I know it's a method? It's tied
Because
to a
it's
function,
tied to a function.
Whenever you see it tied to a function, that's a method because the function is tied to the object. Beautiful. And then down here, we have the object stopwatch, and we are doing what with the tell time method? What are we doing down here with the tell time method? What are we doing with the tell time method there? We're calling it. Exactly. We're telling it to run. The only tricky bit here is that we are passing in stopwatch.current time, which at this moment is 12. It's 12. So it's as though we had passed in the number 12 into this tell time method. It's an argument, exactly. And so wherever we pass 12 into time, wherever we see time, it's as though I had actually put in 12. So if this ran, we would see printed to the console, the current time is 12. Now,
12.
when some people first see this and they see this string down here, they kind of get confused.
I did when I first seen it.
To be confused because you've been doing this over and over and over since the first day of JavaScript. You have all done using this method, calling a method, passing in a value.
Passing in a value.
You've used it pretty much every single class that we have ever done. Let's look at some of the code we literally just wrote.
Is on Turbo JS. Yeah.
Look at this console log. It's the exact same thing. Hold on, let's take a look. We have an object, a method, and we're passing in an argument. It's the exact same thing. If we look, log is a what? If you only look at log, what do you know it is?
Oh, that's a method.
It's a method. And the method's tied to what object?
Console.
Using dot notation.
Dot
what
notation.
is this method tied to?
Console.
Console. Console has to be an object. Look, console, we're using dot notation log. So that means we've been using console log this whole time. And the whole time we've been using objects, we've been calling methods, and we've been passing in arguments the whole time, folks. It's always been objects. It's been objects the whole time. Console's been an object this whole time. You've been using methods this whole time. So when you look at this, don't get tripped up. Don't get confused. You've been doing this since class 1. You've been using methods
Of JavaScript.
tied to objects. Same thing with our console log. It's a method tied to the object.
I'm using 100 devs to learn.
So this is where I'm saying, like if you're like
I don't know if there's a lag on Twitch.
My mind,
I know there's a lag on YouTube. I don't know why.
Blown. I just like it just exploded on me, right? The whole time we've been using objects, we've been using methods, and we're going to see more and more of them. We're going to see them as we get further into today, and we learn about prototypes today. We're going to see this taken to another level. That's why I said, when I promised you your brain was going to maybe explode a little bit. You kept this from me. I promise to make your brain explode a little bit. This is part one of it. We're going to take a little bit further once we learn prototypes to see how objects are really doing all the work for us. All right. What I would like for us to do is, we're at the top of the hour, so let's take a break. When we come back from the break, we're going to do our objects practice, the Lost Galaxy practice, and then we're going to move on to constructors and some other ways to create objects. And then we're going to learn about prototypal inheritance and all the power it brings to JavaScript. But before we do that, we're going to take our break. If you're able, please get up, move around, hydrate, take care of your hands, folks. Let your eyes focus on something that's not the screen. Take your 5 minutes, and when we come back, we'll get into this objects practice.
Cool.
XM0220211K. Thank you for the hydration. Cheers to you.
When he hydrates, I hydrate. Yes, I like stealing my wife's cup. I know we're on a break right now. I'm actually gonna have to dip because I got some other stuff to do. However, I appreciate everybody stopping by. I'll be back. I'm trying to think. Subscribe. If you need to find my Discord, I know if you're watching me on Twitch, then it's in my YouTube. It's tied to my YouTube. I don't get a whole lot of things from Twitch, so I don't really focus on it, but I do stream in there just in case. But yeah, I appreciate everybody for taking the time learning with me, coding with me. Yes, I am terrible. Don't I know it? Yes, I do know it. But part of the process to learn, you gotta struggle. There's plenty of things not to know, and I'm gonna get there eventually. Nothing can dissuade me from that. If you take your time and you learn at whatever your pace is, you know if you need to lean more into the challenge or, take a break. If you see me twisting and turning my chair and you see some white keys or something over here, that's my keyboard. I play it. And more times than not, that's actually when ideas start clicking. Because I'm shifting